So, Mr. Corey Graves. You know what I don't like, Nick? I don't like hypocrisy. I've grown up in an era of hypocrisy, and social media is one of the worst avenues to display that hypocrisy. Now, over on the weekend, on Friday, Mr. Corey Graves was in Saudi Arabia spouting the political BS from the WWE, specifically from Vince McMahon, saying how Saudi Arabia has progressed and they developed as a country, and how being there has been a fantastic experience, and how it's opened everybody's eyes, and how this is a celebration of how far Saudi Arabia has come. Everybody's thinking, oh my goodness gracious, what BS. And maybe he's brought into the agenda that the WWE has given him. Well, he gets back into the United States, and a few days later, he says this on his Instagram. Quote from Corey Graves, "A drink to remember that no matter how bad we think we have it, at least our women have rights, and we all have freedom of expression with the American flag. Hashtag if you get it, you get it." Liked by Renee Young, WWE Rollins, that's Seth freaking Rollins, and 16,821 others with a Great North IPA. Now, I'm not going to talk about how IPA is disgusting and terrible and possibly the worst type of beer you can ever have.
That's absolutely blasphemous.
It's BS.
Absolutely blasphemous. You're talking crap on Stone. Sorry to interrupt. Stone Cold's beer.
Yeah.
You're gonna say that to the rattlesnake if you ever.
You know what? Stone Cold, I'll give Stone Cold a pass because he's Stone Cold.
No, then you
But
can't.
other
do
than that,
you have
Stone
to.
Cold IPA, Stone Cold's beer is damn good beer. But other than that,
I still haven't had it.
But
Anyway.
Corey Graves. So let me get this straight. You take a check, and even though he claims on his Instagram, I got paid no additional money. We know they might have had to pad it up your check just a little bit more, right? And then you go on social media on Instagram to the confines and the safety of social media and say all of this. Say a drink to remember that no matter how bad we think, at least our women have rights and we all have freedom of expression. Why didn't you do what Sami Zayn did? Sami Zayn stayed home and kicked it and said, hey, look, I'm not going to this event because I don't like what Saudi Arabia has done to my country, and I don't like what they stand for as a country. But yet Corey Graves went there damn well knowing what he thought and contradicted what he did and what he said again on his social media. My thing is this. I have no problem with you having to go get a check, even if you don't agree with something. God knows everybody has had to deal with that. I've had to deal with that. Nick's had to deal with that. Eric's had to deal with that. We've all had to deal with that. We got to get a check. We got to get this paper, okay? You got to combat, in the words of Booker T, those notes that come in the mail. But one thing that I don't like fucking hypocrisy.
Ooh.
Oh, bleep that out. I'm sorry.
We'll bleep it out. You won't hear that.
Bleep it out.
Podcast.
I don't like hypocrisy.
I like it. He's getting fired up
because
today.
hypocrisy is the type of thing that just spews in you and spews into you and spews into you. And when it comes out, nobody even notices it because it's BS. It's the BS that just came out. Because the fact of the matter is, Corey Graves, if you thought this right then and there on social media, you should have said something at the Greatest Royal Rumble, or you should have boycotted the Greatest Royal Rumble after all. They can't fire you. You have the right to do that. They said that the WWE said that anybody who made the decision not to go, it was their decision if they wanted to go or not. Now, granted, we all know the WWE is petty as hell, and that they will probably say, hey, look, you don't have to go if you want to, but you definitely should go, and wink, wink at you. But at the end of the day, you got to have some type of morals. You got to have some type of belief in yourself. Don't just retreat to social media and retreat to the confines of social media thinking you're going to be protected and saying some BS when it's an opportunity for you to come up. Do it when it's right all along. You have all these women who need to be supported. You have all these women in the company who look to the WWE as a place as refuge, as a place to be represented properly, and then you're just going to go on social media after spouting the WWE agenda? I know you got kids, Corey Graves. I understand that. I get that. I have a family I take care of. A mom and a dad I love greatly. A dog that I care about.
I thought you were going to say you had kids. I was like, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Maybe one day I'll have kids, Nick. Maybe one day I'll have kids. And when I have that child, I will do everything I can to take care of it. But don't you want to teach your kids about how you want to stand up for themselves and stand up for the morals that you believe in? Isn't this one of those lessons? Daddy didn't go to Saudi Arabia knowing the fact that he was denying a huge paycheck because he knew it was the right thing to do. Don't you want to look your kids in the eye and say that, Corey Graves, instead of looking social media in the eye, looking your phone in the eye and saying that? Because we're not raising a phone. We're raising kids here. We're raising young men and women. And I feel like social media has made us bitches. We're bitches in social media's eyes. Okay? So why in the world, Corey Graves, are you making the decision to go on social media and saying all this stuff at a time when you know somebody can't say anything? I hope somebody in the WWE had a serious conversation with him about this. Like I said, hypocrisy sucks. But what sucks even more is our generation. I'm the RKJ man, and I'm always shooting my shot.